You know what an HOA hates most? Freedom. I parked my 1998 pickup truck in front of my house, and Karen, the HOA president, lost her mind. They slapped me with hundreds in fines, threatened to tow it, and pushed a new rule banning clunky trucks from their fancy neighborhood. But here's what they didn't know. I'm the guy who just bought the HOA's parking lot in a public auction, and I was about to teach them what it really means to park in the wrong spot. Picture Karen strutting like she owned my driveway, thinking her fines could break me. She had no clue I'd turn her rules upside down, take over her precious lot, and make her beg for a parking pass. This story starts with a neon fine slip, twists through a sneaky auction, and lands with a showdown that'll have you cheering. Stick around, because Karen's about to learn you don't mess with a man's truck. Let's roll you into Willow Creek, a ritzy Illinois suburb where manicured lawns gleam, kids pedal scooters till dusk, and wraparound porches sag under iced coffee pitchers. I'm a retired civil engineer, 42, trading blueprints for a quiet life with Scout, my hound, and my 98 Ford F-150, a beat-up beast my dad left me. Dad was a builder, hands tough as rebar, grin wide as a highway. He used that truck to haul lumber, lay foundations, build a life. It wasn't just a ride. It was where he taught me to drive, where we'd blast Merle Haggard hauling gravel, where I'd sit after cancer took him 5 years back, Scout curled up shotgun, feeling Dad's callous pat on my back. Every dent was his story, every rattle my pride, a relic I'd guard with my life. Enter Karen, HOA president, the self-crowned queen of Willow Creek Estates, ruling with a clipboard meaner than her perm. She didn't manage. She mauled, her bylaws a chokehold on anything free. Wrong mailbox color? $300 fine. Too loud wind chimes? Warning letter. Clara, my neighbor, got a $400 hit for a gaudy bird bath. It had a frog statue. Big whoop. Karen's patrols were clockwork, her SUV prowling at dawn, clipboard snapping like a guillotine, sniffing out joy like a bloodhound on a scent. Willow Creek Estates wasn't a community. It was her fiefdom. Neon notices her sword, her smirk a fortress nobody dared breach. My truck was her obsession. Parked in my drive, zoned free, it stood legal. No HOA rule touched it. I kept low, tinkering in my garage by day, walking Scout nights. No trouble. Folks knew me as the pickup guy, not an engineer. I liked fading into the truck's rumble, Dad's voice in the engine's hum. Clara dropped cookies, griping Karen's fines. Her mailbox took a $350 hit for chipped blue. Jamal, town mechanic, cursed a $450 smoke fine. His grill was pure art. Rosa, whose roses bloomed like poetry, paid $500 for excessive petals. Petals? I'd chuckle, thinking my deed outranked Karen's pen. I'd built bridges tougher than her. A clipboard was a toy. But Karen's eyes locked on my Ford. She called it a junk heap once, her sneer cutting deeper than rust. Junk? It was Dad's heart, my anchor, and I'd defend it with every blueprint in my brain. She started with warnings. Unsightly vehicle, not befitting our aesthetic. I sent permits, council approvals, all clean. Karen didn't care. Her notices piled, each one a jab, daring me to swing. And that truck, Dad's legacy, was her white whale, one-sheet hunt till it broke. Karen's war kicked off with a bang, a neon fine taped to my truck's windshield, her HOA seal glaring like a bounty. She didn't knock. She ambushed, standing in my drive like she owned my toolbox. Your truck, she said, flipping her clipboard with a nail sharp as her sneer, is a disgrace. It violates our aesthetic code. Aesthetic? My F-150 was parked legal, deed back, zone free since Dad bought the lot. I leaned on the hood, sipping coffee, and slid my registration over clean. Paid up. Not your turf, Karen, I said, voice flat as a steel beam. It's my drive. Her lips twitched, eyes glinting like a coyote spotting a stray. Drives don't run Willow Creek, she purred, venom cloaked in silk. Standards do, and standards have chains. Chains? That wasn't a chat. It was a warning shot. I peeled the fine off, Scout's growl matching my gut, figuring she'd back off. Fat chance. By month's end, fines piled, printed official absurd. Unpermitted vehicle, $400. Visual blight, $300. Noise hazard, $500. Noise. Dad's engine purred softer than her SUV's rumble. I filed them, engineer's instincts humming. Stack proof, don't swing. But Karen wasn't tossing darts. She was rigging a tow. She crashed my Saturday oil change, Scout's ears pinned. Her SUV parked like a roadblock. Clara hosed her walk. Jamal fixed a gate. Rosa trimmed roses. Karen ignored them, zeroing on me, clipboard tapping like a war drum. That truck's dragging our values down, she said, voice dripping scorn. Move it, or we act. Act. My drive wasn't her lot. I wiped my hands, cool as a blueprint. Registration's clean, Karen. You've got no play. Her grin turned arctic. She wasn't debating. She was commanding. Clara whispered, she's venom. Jamal nodded. Find my grill. $400 for smoke. Smoke? Karen's eyes dared me to swing. Then a hit. A Tuesday dawn gray, my drive empty. My truck, gone. Towed overnight, no notice. A letter waited. Willow Creek isn't a construction lot. Karen signatures cold. I called my lawyer, Emma. Karen cited new bylaws. Pinned by her, no council vote. Fraud? My blood boiled. Engineers don't fold, we build. I knew arguing her rules was pointless. She wrote them. Time to rewrite the game, not play it. And Karen's chains were about to snap under my own plans. Karen's toe wasn't a jab. It was a sledgehammer. Her fines no longer petty, but a full-on siege, choking Dad's truck like it was scrap metal. The notices didn't stack, they buried. Each one a brasher lie. Oversized vehicle. $800 fine, oversized. My F. $150 fit my drive. Legal as my deed. Odor nuisance. $700. My cab smelled of leather, not rot. Then came community threat. $1. 000, claiming it lured vandals. Vandals? Kids toss balls nearby, not bricks. I locked them in my safe, engineer's instinct screaming. Design the move, don't smash the board. But Karen wasn't playing, she was bulldozing, and my truck was her target. I sniffed a scam. Years on job sites taught me to spot cheats. I checked my drive, pavement clean, no violations. But signs grew. Clara caught Ted, Karen's lackey, snapping pics of my truck. Said it's for a survey. She hissed, but he had a tow hook. Jamal saw Barb with a contractor, Karen's enforcer, packing a radio. Enforcer? More like a repo man. I dusted my gate, smudged prints, enough to flag. Rosa tipped me. Karen's at the diner, crowing. Truck's gone, town's clean. Clean? This wasn't a fine. It was a theft, and Dad's truck, his heart, my fight, was her prize. That Tuesday, I stood in my empty drive, tire marks mocking Dad's F-150, Karen's letter burning my hand. Emma confirmed. HOA had no tow rights without a court order, but Karen's bylaws were a wall. Wall? I'd built stronger. I dug into HOA finances, public records, my old playground. Bingo! Their parking lot, the HOA's crown jewel, was up for auction, buried in tax debt Karen ignored while chasing my truck. Debt? My blood roared. Engineers don't wait, we bid. I moved quiet, scoured auctions, found the lot's listing, a steal at $50,000. Chump change for a gated estate's lifeline. Karen missed the deadline, too busy drafting truck bans. I bid one. Deed mine. No one outbid a guy with a grudge and a checkbook. I kept it hush, planning to spring it at her next HOA circus. Clara's tip. Karen's meeting, lot packed, her stage. I lined up the deed. Emma's notes, Jamal's photos, Ted's texts, truck towed, boss happy. Happy? Not for long. Karen thought she'd won, her perma thrown. I was the new owner. This wasn't a fight, it was a coup, and her lot was my lever. Willow Creek woke to whispers. Neighbors buzzed. My trucks tow the town's hot gossip. I stood in my drive, jeans loose, but my engineer's blood burned like a forge. Faces swung. Clara's eyes popped. You're that guy. Jamal grinned. Knew you would steal. Karen's HOA pack, parked nearby, froze. Ted's coffee hit the dirt. Barb's yapper choked mid-yap. Karen lounged by her gate, sunglasses low, her smirk fading. She hadn't known, hadn't dreamed the guy she'd find just bought her precious parking lot. I kicked the empty drive. Dad's F-150 gone, but that auction deed was dynamite. HOA's lot, mine, legal as my truck's title. Karen's tow was fraud, no council vote, no court order, pure ego. Then Clara dropped a bomb. Karen's HOA chat brag. Truck's gone, aesthetics save, framing my Ford as filth to flex her clean town cred. Saved? My gut roared. Engineers don't flinch, we pivot. I scoured records. Karen's bylaws, pinned solo. No signatures. Fraud, bold as her perm. I dug deeper. Emma pulled HOA finances. $100,000 in fines. No receipts. Funneled to Karen's cousin's consulting scam. My deed shown. Lot ownership untouchable. Then the twist, Linda, HOA secretary, slipped me a USB at dusk. Karen's emails, ordering fake bans, mine included, to purge riffraff. Riffraff? My truck built homes. I stacked proof. Karen's tow order. Linda's emails, Clara's tip, Ted's texts. Lots next, boss thrilled. Thrilled? Not for long. Karen's meeting loomed. Her lot, her throne, packed with her flock. I rolled in, Deed tucked, sign ready. Private property. HOA pays to park. She'd strut, clueless, expecting cheers. I rigged cameras. Live stream queued. Emma's suit prep. Trespass, fraud, abuse. Karen's ex-post crowed. Willow Creek's pure. Pure. She'd stolen Dad's heart. I was the lot's owner. This wasn't a fight. It was a gate, and her crown was about to lock out. Willow Creek's HOA lot was a zoo. SUVs jammed tight. 200 neighbors packed for Karen's meeting, air buzzing like a live wire. She strutted to a makeshift podium, a fortress, grinning like she'd framed her council seat. "We're elevating Willow Creek," she crowed. My trucks towed her trophy, a new no-trucks bylaw her scepter. Standards. Standards? She'd stolen Dad's F-150. Neighbors stirred. Clara's fists balled. Rose's eyes burned. Jamal leaned forward, jaw set. Karen's smirk was steel. She thought she'd own the lot. She spun lies. "We've purified Willow Creek." Purified? My move. I rolled up, deed in hand, sign blazing, private property. HOA pays to park. Voice low as a bolt tightening. I called, "Karen, got a lease to sign?" She froze, coffee splashing, expecting applause. Rosa hissed, "Lock her out." I hit the live stream. Screen live on the HOA chat. 300 neighbors glued. Footage rolled. Karen's tow order, no vote. Her smirk as my truck vanished. Then my deed, lot mine, auction stamp. The crowd roared. Jamal bellowed, "Thief." Karen's face drained. "It's fake." I clicked. Linda's USB. Karen's email. Ban trucks. No debate. Clara's clip. Karen at the diner. Truck's gone. Town's mine. Ted's text to Barb. Tow done. Pay up. Neighbors surged. Clara screamed, "Fraud." My stream hit 2 million views. Phones flashing like a riot. I faced Karen. Deed raised. "I'm the lot's owner, Karen. You tow my truck. Trespass, fraud, abuse." I tossed Emma's suit. $20,000 damages, illegal tow. Case 2025, WC99. You're done. She choked. Community good. Cops rolled in. My call from Dawn. Sheriff Klein stepped up, cuffs gleaming. "Karen," he said, "you're under arrest." Click. Cuff snapped on her. Ted, Barb. Dragged through jeers. Karen wailed, "You can't." We did. The lot erupted. Cheers, fist high. Jamal hugging Rosa. Clara's laugh wild. Linda yelled, "HOA's done. Vote." Unanimous. Bylaws burned. Karen's crown was ash. My deed the hammer. Rosa's clip hit 5 million views. Neighbors chanting, "Justice." I stood by my sign. Dad's truck alive in their roar. Willow Creek wasn't hers. It was ours. Truth, the heaviest gate. Karen's cuffs didn't just end her reign. They bolted her world shut. Willow Creek roared. Neighbors flooded the lot, hugging, laughing, Clara tossing beers like confetti. Deputies hauled Ted out, his swagger crushed, Karen sobbing. "It's a frame." Frame? Her tow order told the truth. The DA piled on. Trespass, fraud, abuse, charges stacking like rebar. My suit cracked her HOA. $10,000 in fines. No votes. Pure theft. Funneled to her cousin's consulting scam. No receipts. Karen's lackey flipped, naming 10 scams. Trucks, sheds, all towed. All tied to her sister-in-law's Creek Realty. Clara's fence, fined in 22, wasn't unsafe. Barb's text brag. Paid off. Rosa's roses hit last spring. Same game. 40 neighbors spoke. X lit up. Hashtag Creek Justice spiking to 6 million posts. Tales from Texas to Maine. The council froze her accounts. $4 million seized. Her gazebo bulldozed. Her realty a front for scams. Karen faced 12 years. Her plea dead when Barb spilled. $90,000 inspector bribes. Karen's name on each. Willow Creek didn't gawk. CNN ran engineers' parking sting. But we grilled, saying moved on. The HOA crumbled. Board quit. Bylaws burned. Neighbors raided the office, unearthing $3.2 million in fines. Karen's piggy bank for cruises, funded by Clara's birdbath. Rose's tulips. Leela to vote. New council. No fines, just trust. Karen's standards. Locked out my truck free. Clara clapped my shoulder. Your dad'd be proud. Proud? I felt him, urging me to drive on. Willow Creek didn't just mend, it roared. My truck, Dad's F-150, parked center lot, gleaming under golden lights. No fines, all pride. The HOA was gone. Block parties, not penalties. Clara's fence stood. Roses bloomed. Jamal's kids raced where Karen's shadow fell. My lot thrived. Donated fees to the dog shelter. Council nodding me in. Karen? She slunk out. No post, no wave. Just dust. A sign rose. Freedom parking. Pickups always welcome. I toasted Dad at dusk, Scout's tail thumping. His truck rolled fiercer than ash. Justice isn't loud. It's a deed, a town that fights. Got an HOA nightmare? A Karen who fined too hard? Drop a comment. Your wildest clash where you're watching. I read every one. Craving your spark. Did this sting light you up? Smash that like. It's parking truth in concrete. Share with your crew, neighbors, even the guy with the loud rig. New here? Subscribe. Hit the bell. We're chasing more wins, laughs, and grit. And I want you in the cab. Thanks for rolling with me in Willow Creek. Keep driving, battling, crushing nonsense. Catch you next. Stay tough. Stay true.